Support for the following program is provided by New Connection, serving as a guide to information on spirituality, personal development, and conscious living, in print, online, and on public access television.
And we're beginning with acceptance, working with acceptance, fully accepting ourselves, because this is a powerful time on the planet. We are consciously evolving. We are making choices about how we want our evolution to look. This is the first time that we had that opportunity. So we're sticking together to make wise choices, to make wisdom choices, to make powerful choices. So our meditation this week is imagination, and I like to begin with this week's affirmations. Nature thrills me. Nature delights and surprises me. It is my nature to contemplate nature. I make time and space in my life for nature. So one would wonder why we're working with nature when we're working with acceptance and we're defining ourselves. And I think that it's very powerful. It's very exciting and very powerful, because as these affirmations come to me and I realize what we're going to be working with, I'm wondering myself, because I'm doing the work when you're doing the work. So one of the things that I'd like to talk about is our relationship to nature, and how accepting ourselves is accepting nature, and fully accepting nature, not to try and control it, not to try and dominate it, not to try and change it. We're also accepting ourselves, and that message going to the universal law that is allows us to be more comfortable with who we are. So every week I like to come here, I like to do my meditation, and then we also like to do our affirmations 3 times. But then we'd like to do our breathing, because we want to know that we are enough, and we do this every week because it's very, very powerful and important for us to reiterate over and over again that we are enough. So let's go and do Hatha. Inhale deeply now. I have enough. Exhale fully now. I am enough. Inhale deeply. I do enough. Exhale fully. I achieve enough. Inhale deeply. I have enough. Exhale fully. I am enough. Inhale deeply, I do enough. Exhale fully, I achieve enough. And one more time. Inhale deeply, I have enough. Exhale fully, I am enough. Inhale deeply, I do enough. Exhale fully, I achieve enough. All right, you are enough. I know that because I tell you that, and you say Hatha, and we all know that we're enough is enough, and that's the whole deal here. So let's look at defining, because this is a very powerful time on the planet. We're creating peace on this planet in our lifetime. We're asking to come from unconditional love without motive or attachment for the divine good of all. And what is it all about? Like, what is the whole thing of this whole time? Because we're in the future, we're evolving. We're moving from a 3rd dimensional reality into a 5th dimensional reality, and we're on the bridge. So this is it. we're on the bridge. We're in the present moment. The present moment is coming from the future. And we look at every meditation that we do on this show, we go to the future so that we can have whatever healing we need, we can do whatever releasing we need, and then we can embrace that which we choose to be the truth. So let's go ahead and say this week's affirmations again. Nature thrills me. Nature delights and surprises me. It is my nature to contemplate nature. I make time and space in my life for nature. Okay, so nature thrills me. You know, what is that? How can we be thrilled by nature instead of afraid of nature? Nature delights and surprises me. Now, isn't that nice to feel happy when the birds sing? I know we have hummingbirds now, and I just get so excited every time I see them, and they're just, you know, sharing their little spot, making do with whatever it is that's available to them. You know, I make time and space for in my life for nature because it teaches me so much about the way to be in this world, how we can be more loving and kind to each other, how we can be more tolerant and compassionate, and that we can truly create peace on this planet in our lifetime. That's what it's all about. That's what this whole period of time, this shift, this tipping point, this pinnacle of moment that we're in. So, you know, acceptance, because we're working with acceptance this week, acceptance exists at the core of your being. That's where we truly understand fully accepting ourselves. It's actually our default status. It's actually the place of acceptance. Isn't that interesting? That if we were all accepting, we wouldn't have wars, right? And yet it's our default status, and yet we fight in order to be different. Okay? And in order to reach the base level of acceptance, you really need to remove all of those things that are on top of it, all of those issues, all those blockages, all those limitations, which is what we do here every week in the Reader's Room. You know, so how do you do this? First, you identify all the things that you do not accept about yourself, which is not so easy to do, but when you do it, and that's the end of it. You know, it's still easier to do it than to not do it. And then one by one, you eliminate them all around you. You eliminate all of the layers of that issue. So we're going to do that together. We're going to go into this meditation, imagination. Imagine yourself with none of those layers that limit you. And let's go and do this week's meditation. I'm going to count down from 5 to 1. We're going to be very relaxed, and we're going to find ourselves in a place of nature. But first, we're going to find ourselves on the way to nature. So what is our true nature? And 5, 4, 3, going deeper, more and more relaxed, and just relaxing in a deep, deep place of feeling good about yourself and feeling how you can connect with all the nature around you. And 2, going deeper, and 1. Softly now, very softly now, you find that you're on a carpet, a beautiful Persian carpet, an oriental carpet. Perhaps it's an old American Indian carpet. It's just a very, very wonderful, tangled up, wonderful tapestry, a wonderful tapestry of your beingness and how you're connected. And on this carpet you can see interwoven into the fabrics and into the threads, gold and silver threads. And you can also see a tree of life, and you can see how you're connected to nature and how it's your nature to be who you are right here and right now. And as you're contemplating this, as you're experiencing this, as you're getting in touch with this tapestry of who you are, by this wonderful carpet, you can feel it lifting. You can feel it levitating. You can feel it lifting you up, lifting you up, lifting you higher and higher and higher. And you're flying. You're flying on a magic carpet. You're flying on a magic carpet of your design. And you feel so safe. You feel so excited because you know you're on an adventure. Where is this adventure taking you? What part of nature do you want to explore? Is it your inner nature? Is it the nature that you have, your good-naturedness? Is it your good-naturedness? Is it your imagination, how you image the things that you want to create? How you image the things that perhaps you imagine things that you don't want to create out of fear, out of the fear of loss, out of the fear of loss. Just relax. Just relax. We're going on a journey together with your higher self, a journey that's being directed and guided by Goddess Althi, all that is, the energy of love, unconditional love with no ulterior motives, with no expectations, for the divine good of all is leading you, and your magic carpet is flying free form up there in the sky above the planet, and you're moving further and further away from the planet, and the planet is starting to look like a little ball of blue. And you're landing, the carpet is landing now on a beautiful carpet of green grass, healthy green grass. And all around it trees, wonderful, beautiful trees. It's a very manicured garden, very manicured garden. The trees are all very clean, the branches have been clipped, they're growing full, there's blossoms, pink blossoms. There are tulips, lilies, roses, all around you. Lots of animals, lots of small animals, all around you. And your carpet landed very comfortably on this green grass. And you get up and walk around, and you can still see in the sky that little blue planet that you know is Earth, your Earth, that you know is Earth, your Earth. And you're wondering why you're here and what you're going to learn about yourself. And there seems to be some kind of runes, columns that look like they were from some kind of a building at one time. And you walk into another area, what seems like a doorway. And you walk into this doorway and you see an old man. A bearded old man, looks kind of like a wizard. And he explains to you that he's the librarian. And this is a library of your true nature. For you to contemplate your true nature. What does that mean? Who are you? What is your character? What are your values? What are your ideals that make up your image? Which ones are yours? Which ones are those that were given to you, that you inherited? There's lots of books. There's lots of crystals to use to open up doorways. Doorways to corridors of more and more books. More and more books of your beliefs and your nature, about who you are. And you take some time and think about it a little bit. Think about how you feel about yourself as a physical being, as a spiritual being. How do you feel about yourself intellectually? How you communicate? You're going back to the planet Earth to plant a garden. And here you're going to accumulate and gather the seeds for them. How do you feel about yourself spiritually, emotionally? What does your emotional body look like? Is it wounded? Is it tight? Is it crooked and deformed? Do you feel pain when you think of your emotions? What is your physical body like? Are you angry at it? Is it not the size you want it to be, or the shape you want it to be, or the age you want it to be? The trees don't worry about how they look. The flowers don't worry about how they look. Those beautiful birds in the rainforest, they don't worry about how they look. They just are. And we look at them and view them as beautiful and wondrous and magnificent. And so now see yourself as you go through all this forest of books, and you go and finally at the very, very end of the forest of books, you can see a mirror. You can see a very long, narrow mirror, and you're looking straight ahead at yourself in this mirror. And you're knowing your divinity, you're knowing your beauty, you're knowing that you are just like that mighty oak tree. And that you don't have to worry, that you don't have to be afraid, because you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And the universe is taking care of it all. So let's gather. Let's gather from this tree. Let's gather up some seeds. Some seeds to plant in the garden as we get back on our magic carpet with a whole bushel full of seeds. Seeds of fabulous futures. A future for this week, a future for next week, a future for a month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now. See yourself in the next millennium. See yourself out there. What does your future look like? See it filled with love and beauty and light. And see yourself happy. Yes, happy. You deserve to be happy just because you exist. So get back on that magic carpet with your bushel full of seeds. Feel the excitement. Lifting off, lifting off. You're up there, out there in the sky. Light, flying, flying through space. You're flying through space, and the planet Earth is getting bigger and bigger. And as you get close to the planet, you see the city that you live in. You see the community that you live in. And you start to send it love. And you start to plant these seeds in your city, in your community, in your life, with your friends, in your family. Throwing these beautiful seeds out there. Healing, nurturing, growing. Magic carpet's landing. Once again, it's landing. And you're in a place of nature where you have all of the 4 elements: water, fire, earth, and air. And you are lying in the sand, which represents the earth. You feel the ocean water against your skin, which represents the emotional body, and water, the element of water. You're looking to the east and to the west and to the south and to the north. You can be everywhere at once. And the air is blowing through you. The air is blowing through you. And the sun is beaming down with a fire that's blazing your heart. Your heart is blazing with the fire. And the elements are healing you. You're in touch with the elements. And your angels, your guides, they're so proud of you. They're so grateful to you for meeting them here, for being with them here in this place of nature. So drink in the fire and drink in the water and drink in the air and drink in the earth and feel yourself coming alive. Feel your body and the body of the planet. Feel your body and the body of the earth. Feel your body and the body of the fire from the sun. Feel your body in the water as it feels so silky around you. And the air. Look to the north, to the east, to the south, west. Know your place. Know you are here at place, totally in the right place at the right time. Yes, yes, yes. Breathe it in, feel it, let it become a part of you. Let it become a part of you right here, right now. You are powerful. I am a powerful being of light. I am a powerful being of light. I am a powerful being of light. And so it is. Take a deep breath and just feel yourself coming back into your body now. We're going to count from 1 to 5, and you'll find yourself back in your room. Just 1. Take a deep breath, and 2, you're going to be back in the room in just 1 minute. 3, and feel your fingers and your toes coming back into your body. Tingling. 4 and 5. And open your eyes, and you can be right. Welcome back. And that was a great visit with our imagination. We work with our imagination, defining what we're doing here this week is we're defining acceptance, defining accepting ourselves. And if you want a quick fix of fully accepting yourself, there's a great standalone meditation on our website, so you can go to wisewomanway.tv anytime. There's plenty of work there for you to do, and it's all free. So I'd like to do a quote. And this quote was pretty interesting to me. It doesn't matter what we do until we accept ourselves. Once we accept ourselves, it doesn't matter what we do. I love that. Thank you, Charlie Heavenrich. I think that's pretty exciting, Charlie, and I appreciate that because it makes so much sense. So remember, we're fully accepting ourselves as we work with acceptance, this first module of the defining series, because we are, as a unit, as a consciousness, our consciousness is expanding. We're constantly raising our consciousness and raising the vibration of our feelings, our emotions. We're working with our emotional body. We're becoming more of who we are each week on Reader's Room, here in this fabulous place, in this fabulous time to be alive on the planet. So let's go and say this week's affirmations again. Nature thrills me. Nature delights and surprises me. It is my nature to contemplate nature. I make time and space in my life for nature. All right, so remember, this is the defining series. We're working with acceptance this week. We did a wonderful meditation using our imagination. And you know, we do these affirmations. We're talking about nature. We're talking about being delighted and surprised by everything in nature. And that means you, because you're a part of nature. You are. So do you delight and surprise yourself? I do. You know, it's kind of interesting. My life is, you know, as I've been doing all of this work on myself all of these years and getting that I didn't accept myself, that I didn't accept myself at all, and then not liking that and saying no to that and saying no, from now on I'm going to figure out how I'm going to. You know, acceptance exists at the core of our being. It's our default status. I said that earlier tonight. In order to reach this base level of acceptance, you need to remove the top layers. And that's what we do in these meditations each week. We do the work of releasing and we do the work of embracing. So one by one, we're eliminating all of the issues, and that's what we're doing. And that's what we're doing in raising our consciousness. That's what the consciousness movement is about. So, I'm Rita. I love you. We come here every week together to create peace on this planet in our lifetime. And I love you, and I'll see you next time.
And the fear fades away.